Alright guys, here it comes. I'm about to try to use my thing, this thing, but it will be upside down, so okay, so it will be a little side, it will be upside down, and I'm not going to be able to see you guys. So hopefully you can still see me. I just want to talk to you guys a little bit because I'm feeling a little, first of all, I'm feeling stinking hot because it's burning up and I don't have my car turned on. So hang on. And I didn't grab my keys. Oh my gosh. I don't think I did anyway. But I'll be right back. Okay. So I don't know if you're still recording, but there were just like 4 bees outside my car. Kind of scared me. But you know what? Bees I don't mind. So that just means that it's warm outside. So here we go. So dang hot. So many little bugs out. They're so cute. Their neighbors have little ducks. Oh, they're so cute. So anyway, the reason that I wanted to talk to you guys is I've been feeling like not myself lately. Me and Caleb like never argue. Like we never fight. Like we don't, I don't know, like we just usually agree on everything. And I think that it is not true when people say that arguing is healthy in a marriage. I think that is a lie of the devil to keep you in a place of thinking that you all right, and I don't like that. There's no reason that I have to take offense to what Caleb is doing or saying or whatever, because we are grown-ups and we can talk about it like grown-ups and we can get past what we're feeling. So the past like week or so, we just have been letting things make us mad. It would be like we argued like once, like a month ago. Then we argued again like a few weeks ago. But this week it seems to just be really, really, like really crazy. I don't know. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like arguing with him. It's just not necessary. Like, he's my best friend. It's just not normal for us to argue. Like, usually we almost always can just see each other's like points of view and like not get mad at each other. So it's just strange. So we were watching this video at worship practice on Monday, and it talked about this isn't even like what the video was about. Like, it was not about married couples, it was not about this, it was not about that. It was about hearing from the Lord. And this woman said that she was trying to practice hearing from the Lord, because I mean, just like with anything, you have to build just kind of like strengthen up your faith. You've been given this measure of faith to strengthen whatever. So she was practicing hearing from the Lord, and she said that her church was, you know, very like, kind of like a safety net. Like, everyone in her church was very open. She got like a word from the Lord, she felt, about a couple that was like a close family friend. And she said that she was worshiping, and she saw herself take them into the kitchen of the church, dip her fingers in like a little bowl of water, and splash it on their face. And she was like, okay, let's go for it. So she asked them to go and talk with her in the kitchen, and she was like, I'm just gonna do what I saw, you know, what I thought the Lord's telling me. And they're like, okay. So she said that it was almost like it was like it happened all at once. Like, it just came up out of her as soon as she splashed the water on their face. she splashed it, and as soon as she did, the words just came out. She said, the enemy is attacking you, the devil is attacking your marriage. You guys have been bickering, like you can't put your finger on what it is that you're fighting about. This is an attack. You guys need to stand strong with each other and, you know, realize what the cause of this is. It's not, no one's to blame. Like, you know, it's not your spouse. The person's to blame. The enemy is to blame. And just this kind of stuff. And they just started crying, and they were like, you know what? We have been arguing a lot. She's like, we don't know. We didn't know why we were mad. We just would argue with each other. And that's kind of the place that me and Caleb were at the other day. We were just like, I can't even remember what we were arguing about. It was so dumb. Like, we were just, it was like we were fine one minute, so tense the next minute. And once that happened, I was just like, oh no. Because I remembered, it's like kind of like all clicked for me. I remembered the video on Monday, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, this is what this is. This is an attack. I was like, this is an attack from the enemy to try to distract us and to try to make us miserable. I was like, I know what this is. So, it was right whenever, sorry y'all, my ear is like, we live kind of in the mountains and it's like clogged up. But anyway, so as soon as that happened, we, like I said, he left to go to work, and I don't have a phone right now, so I sent him a Facebook message, like, and okay, it hadn't quite clicked for me yet, but it clicked for me as I was typing this message out. I was like, I don't know what your problem is, but I wasn't even mad. You did this, you did that, blah blah blah, you know, just being like, trying to let him know why he had hurt my feelings, whatever. And then, like, as soon as I clicked send for that message, I was like, and also, I was like, I'm really sorry. I was like, you're the most important person to me, and I love you. Like, I don't know what's wrong. I was like, but we can't do that. Like, we just can't do that. And then he sent me a message back saying that he was sorry and that he was, you know, he was the one who was wrong, blah blah blah, like whatever. But the whole point is, and I heard Andrew Womack, if you haven't found him on the internet, do it. Find his website, listen to all of his audio teachings. They're all wonderful. But he has one called Family Series, and it's about relationships, like with your spouse, finding a mate, things like that. And one of them, and I'm sorry I'm rambling, I just had to get this, you know, sometimes you just have to talk. So one of the things he says is that in a marriage, there's no reason for arguing. There's just not. Be so in the spirit that, and we should be so in the spirit that if our spouse is acting carnally, like acting of the world, acting in their feelings, we should be able to recognize that, not take it, number one, recognize it, that they're acting on their feelings, they're acting carnally, kind of like rise above that. Number two, oh poop, I forgot what my number two is. Recognize what they're doing and don't take offense to it. Like, it's not personally, like, it's not personal. It's don't take it personally, and just give some grace. Like, just give them some grace. Like, just don't confront them, you know what I'm saying? Like, be super understanding, because there's going to be a day whenever Caleb needs to be that way to me, whenever I'm acting carnally, whenever I'm in my feelings, whenever I'm frustrated because I can't figure out iMovie, when I'm just frustrated, and maybe I didn't spend enough time in worship that day. Maybe I'm just not in the correct mindset. So for me to be able to give grace to him and forgiveness and understanding to him whenever he is that way, means that he is way more likely to give that back to me whenever I am in those same type of feelings. So me and Caleb have been together for, August will be 8 years. We've been married, next month will be 3 years. And it's just like, I I feel so strong in our relationship because of what all we have come through, like what all we have been through. But it's like every day I feel like we're still learning new things. And maybe not about each other because we know each other pretty well, but here's the thing. And here's why I don't feel like you can, and I'm not, okay, just for me personally, and maybe for others, I feel like you should be cautious about jumping into a serious relationship with someone that you just met, because not only do you have to get to know them at that moment, but people change daily, people grow daily, and you're gonna have to learn the way that they grow, the way that they learn, the way they, you know, express their whatever. And whenever me and Caleb got married, like, and I say this a lot, I'll be like, man, Caleb, what were we thinking getting married when we did? It was just like the dumbest decision. Like, I'm so happy that we got married, and I'm so happy that we're together now, and I'm so happy that things worked out the way they did. But we had just been on and off for a little while. We had just gotten back together after being broken up in like August or September or something. And one day he was just like, hey, you want to get married? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So the next, like, I don't know, like 7 months we got married. Like, it was just not a smart decision, but I'm glad that we did it now. But things definitely could have been different. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is to be happier, people need to stop taking so much offense to things, number one. Number two, especially if you are a Christian, if you proclaim to be a follower of Jesus, we've got to stop, same thing, stop taking offense to everything. Don't take everything personally. They should have known better, maybe, but as a follower of Christ, we should know better, we should know more better than to react to them not knowing any better. Does that make sense? If they didn't know better, then we should know they don't know any better, and we should know better than to react to them not knowing better. I just said the exact same thing over again. That's the only way I can say it where I understand it, so maybe you guys do too. So anyway, that's my soapbox. I'm almost to town, or I'm almost to Sophie's school. So I think I just ought to find the button and turn the camera off. Let's see, that's it.